And lately, I've been seeing the same question on social media. Why'd you come back?
Thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing.
To come in for a little bit, like MJ coming back, I'm not opposed to it.
We have about 6 days before the NFL draft is here, so we can cover fun little topics like, I don't know, Tom Brady trying to drive the entire NFL world crazy with him saying that he might be open to returning in the NFL. Yeah, he actually said that. So before we get to the content, we are on the grind to 1 million subscribers. Make sure you drop like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Also, make sure to check us out on Snapchat. I've been doing a little bit of content over there as well. Now that we get all that out of the way, over the past few days, we've been dominating on Prize Picks. We've been hitting an NBA, MLB, and we're on a hot streak, making a ton of money while having a lot of fun while doing it. I post my picks for free on Instagram, so you can literally just go copy my picks and just enjoy the game. And right now, Prize Picks will double your deposit match when you use my promo code FlightMike when you sign up. Or you can just click on the link in the description down below and sign up for Prize Picks. And thank you, Prize Picks, for the sponsor. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Tom Brady has a very interesting history with retirement, and to be honest, he also has a very interesting history with unretirement. This is a man that put his marriage into jeopardy just so he could play one more season of football. It's almost like he's Michael Jordan whenever it comes to competition. Some of it's admirable, but in the case of Tom Brady, you saw it go to a ludicrous degree. Eventually, following his final season with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, he decided to call it quits for good. After one of the most impressive seasons I think I've ever seen, particularly for a 45-year-old man, Tom Brady threw for over 4,600 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, and 9 interceptions. He did this despite having a significantly downgraded supporting cast. I mean, Bruce Arians stepped down, he had to deal with a brand new head coach, Rob Gronkowski retired again, his wide receivers were suffering through injuries all season long. Something just didn't feel quite right for Tom Brady in that final season. So when Dak Prescott ended Tom Brady's career in the wild card round, Tom Brady retired for good and posted this video.
Good morning, guys. I'll get to the point right away. I'm retiring for good. I know the process was a pretty big deal last time, so when I woke up this morning, I figured I'd just press record and let you guys know first. So thank you guys for allowing me to live my absolute dream. I wouldn't change a thing. Love you all.
And that's pretty much all we heard from Tom Brady. Yes, there is this one rumor that the San Francisco 49ers made an attempt to sign Tom Brady after he retired from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, where the jury was still out on whether or not Brock Purdy would be able to sustain that level of success, even though he was able to make it to the NFC Championship game before getting injured against the Philadelphia Eagles. But Tom Brady kind of seemed like a no-brainer to succeed in the Kyle Shanahan offense. Tom Brady jokingly said that the reason why he didn't do it was because his friends forced his hand and they threw him a surprise retirement party. At the same time, I don't think Tom Brady felt any pressure to unretire at that point, because at the time that he decided to retire, Patrick Mahomes only won 1 Super Bowl. And then a few weeks later, he would win his next Super Bowl against the Philadelphia Eagles. And more recently, he just won a 3rd Super Bowl against the San Francisco 49ers. Although I think it's insane to already call Patrick Mahomes the GOAT, you can't deny that the start of Patrick Mahomes' career is already pretty GOAT-like. Now, of course, you need to have the longevity that Tom Brady had, and you need to win as many Super Bowls that Tom Brady has had. But it seems like Patrick Mahomes is determined to do it. So some people are speculating that maybe this is forcing Tom Brady's hand. And the reason why I'm saying this is, well, Tom Brady just dropped a piece of content that made all of social media go crazy last week. Now, I know I'm kind of late to this. I was in Japan taking a little vacation before things got crazy for draft season. But for those of you guys that didn't see it, this is what the clip looks like.
Would you pick up that phone?
I'm not opposed to it. I don't know, I'm always gonna be in good shape, always be able to throw the ball, so to come in for a little bit, like MJ coming back, I don't know if they let me, but I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Now, what do I think about this? I don't typically agree with Cam Newton, but in this particular instance, I think he makes a very valid point in his take. On the 4th and 1 podcast, Cam Newton suggests that Tom Brady is primarily saying all of this just so he could generate a viral clip for his brand new podcast. Because at the end of the day, the number one thing Tom Brady can do to make sure everyone on social media is talking about him is flirt with the idea of coming back. Cam Newton was very aggressive in his assessment of Tom Brady, saying, "This is clickbait. What did you see at the top right of that? This is a shadow lion, clickbaitable thing that people are gonna, he's Tom Brady, the most influential player of our generation. If he says I'm thinking about coming back, that's going to hit CNN. They may talk about it at church. Now, do I think he'll come back? No." And to be honest, it's a very fair assessment. I mean, Tom Brady's going to turn 47 years old in August. It wouldn't make sense for him to come back at this stage of his career. Even Julian Edelman suggests that it's fairly far-fetched. No, bro, the guy's in Saint-Tropez right now. We have zero connection right now because I keep asking him, come on games with names, come on games with names, come on games with names, and he never responds. So I have no clue. That whole thing with the interview, I saw it. The wording was, if someone got hurt late in the season, do you think you can do it? And Tom's a confident guy. He definitely thinks he can go do it. Is he gonna do it? I don't think so. Probably not. However, Edelman did say that Brady is crazy and competitive, and the fact that there is a new quarterback in the GOAT conversation could prompt his return. Patrick Mahomes is coming up on him. Maybe Tom Brady comes back and sneaks another Super Bowl to separate himself, according to Edelman. I love how people think that it's so easy to win 7 Super Bowls, considering the fact that Tom Brady won 4 of these in his late 30s to early 40s. It's very difficult to win Super Bowls. I mean, the fact that Patrick Mahomes has 3 in of itself is insane. So to assume that Patrick Mahomes is going to come close to 7 is crazy to me, and I'm a pretty big Patrick Mahomes fan. So if you could easily pour water over Tom Brady coming back, then why am I making this video? Well, it seems like Tom Brady isn't letting this die down. I mean, the man is posting videos of himself training onto his Instagram story, which, by the way, I love how he always resorts to doing the 40-yard dash. It's like he's trying to say, hey, I'm better than what I was during the draft combine. So what do I think the odds are of Tom Brady coming back? Well, I think Tom Brady would look at any opportunity to potentially finesse a Super Bowl if the opportunity is there. Meaning, if the San Francisco 49ers lose Brock Purdy to an injury, then maybe he'd be willing to come back to play for them. But at the same time, there are so many things in place that it would be almost impossible for him to come back. He's set to start year 1 of that insane 10-year, $375 million Fox Sports contract. On top of that, he's about to become a minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. And once that happens, he pretty much has no choice but to stay retired. Now, ownership could vote on whether or not Tom Brady would be allowed to play as the minority owner of the Las Vegas Raiders. And if you just think about it in the most simplistic terms, I could see the NFL being okay with Tom Brady returning to play for the Raiders, because that would just be really good for ratings and it would be a great storyline. Be very similar to what Michael Jordan did with the Washington Wizards. But at the end of the day, on a scale of 1 to 10, what do I think the odds of this happening are? Probably would give it like a 2.5 out of 10. And that's because I will never count out the insanity and the lunacy of Tom Brady and how competitive he can be. It would be very interesting to watch a 47-year-old quarterback return to the NFL. But I thought this was an interesting story to cover. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.